We are to stay fearless in our obedience. We're going to look at three topics today. What's keeping you from obeying? What's good about obeying? And how does God handle disobedience? Let's remember, as we proceed through this study, whose will are we about? Whose will are we about? We can count on His if we're willing to surrender to it. Now, our first topic in this study is what's keeping you from obeying? And this is Numbers 13, 26 through 28 and 31. And they went and came to Moses and to Aaron and to all of the congregation of the children of Israel unto the wilderness of Paran to Kadesh, and brought back word unto them and unto all the congregation, and showed them the fruit of the land. And they told him and said, We came unto the land whither thou sentest us, and surely it floweth with milk and honey, and this is the fruit of it. Nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell in the land, and the cities are walled and very great. And moreover, we saw the children of Anak there. But the men that went up with him said, We are not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger. For they are stronger than we. Now, why were the people of Israel right here, right now, and how did they get there? Let's consider that. We know what's going on. But let's consider, why were they right there, right then, and how they get there? Well, I'm going to tell you how they got there. God led them there. How? Physically. He led them as they followed His cloud. Wow. You can read about it. God went before His people. You can read about it in Numbers. You can read about it in Exodus. In the physical manifestation of a pillar of fire and a cloud of smoke. And they followed it. I mean, it would go here, they would go there. It would go here, they would go there. They followed His physical manifestation in the form of a cloud. So, what were they doing at this place, at this time? God had led them there. Well, why are you going where you're going? Well, God's leading me. Oh, really? Yeah, really. See, there He is. That's Him and that big cloud over there. That's His cloud. And He'll move us around during the day, and it camps at night. And then we get up and we go again. And He's brought us right here, right now. You ought to read Exodus and study Exodus and study Numbers here and just see how clearly He led them. Look at the plagues and the parting of the Red Sea and the manna from heaven and all that He is doing and done for them. It's amazing. And He has brought them. They followed Him here. But why? Why here? God had brought them to this place at this time. And this was the place that He had promised them that He would bring them. So here they are, at the place of promise, following God. Here they are. What did they do? What did they do? They sent a group in to have a look around to see what was up. That's what they did. And what was their finding? Well, it says, oh man, this is a great place. It's amazing. This is a great place. It's great. It's a land of milk and honey. And look at the fruit. But we can't have this place because its people are too strong. But it's a great place, but we can't have it. Say what? God led them here. He brought them here. He brought them to this place of His promise, and the survey says We can't. What? What is wrong with these idiots, I want to say? What is wrong? What is wrong? Why wouldn't they do it? You know, it's interesting to me that they took a vote here. I was in a church, and there was a pretty critical issue coming up, and I was having a dialogue with our local Southern Baptist missionary assigned to our area, to our county, and his wife. And we were talking about this issue, and I said, so we're going to take a vote on it. Yeah, that's what I'm come out of a Southern Baptist background. I'm going to take a vote on it. I said, why are we taking it a vote? And they said, to determine the will of God. I said, what if the church members, what if the majority of the church members who are there to vote that day are lost? What about that? We vote on it. To determine the will of God. You don't have to take a vote to determine the will of God. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. You want to know the will of God? Oop, there it is. We voted. We vote on it. Well, let's see what the Lord wants us to do. Let's take a vote. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I don't mind saying it. God is not the kingdom of God is not a democracy. We've got one of those. You see what a mess we got. It's a theocracy. We want to make it our way, not his way. But here they are, standing at the place of promise, and they take a vote, and they don't go in. Why wouldn't they do it? Why wouldn't they accept and obey God here and his promises? I can tell you why. They were fear. They were afraid. Fear. I had a guy share an acrostic with me one time. Fear. F, false. E, evidence. A, assumed. R, real. Fear is false evidence, assumed, real. We can't go in there. Look how big and strong those people are. God has brought us here. He got us out of Egypt. He led us through the Red Sea. He's fed us with manna from heaven. And he's brought us to the place he promised, but we can't have it. What about us? The Bible says, fear not. God says, trust and obey. Why are we where we are in our spiritual journey or in our spiritual associations right now? What has God promised you? Are you obedient in the acceptance of his promises to you? Is he leading you? Are you obeying? Why not, if you're not? Are you courageous? Have you surrendered your will to his? Have you? Have you surrendered your will? We'll be back in a minute.